This is Q67 to Middle Village Fresh Pond Road. Next stop, 28th Street and Queens Plaza South. This stop is 28th Street and Queens Plaza South. Next stop, Jackson Avenue and 42nd Road. Transfers available to the E, M, N, W and 7 trains. Q102, Q101, Q100 Limited, B62, Q66, Q32, Q69, Q60 and Q39. This stop is Jackson Avenue and 42nd Road. Next stop, Jackson Avenue and 43rd Avenue. Transfers available to the 7, E and M trains. This stop is Jackson Avenue and 43rd Avenue. Next stop, 44th Drive and 23rd Street. This stop is 44th Drive and 23rd Street. Next stop, 21st Street and 44th Drive. Transfer available to B32. This stop is 21st Street and 44th Drive. Next stop, 21st Street and 45th Road. This stop is 21st Street and 45th Road. Next stop, 21st Street and Jackson Avenue. Transfer available to the G train. This stop is 21st Street and Jackson Avenue. Next stop, 49th Avenue and 21st Street. Transfer available to the 7 train. This stop is 49th Avenue and 21st Street. Next stop, 49th Avenue and 25th Street. Transfer available to Long Island Railroad. This stop is 49th Avenue and 25th Street. Next stop, 27th Street and 49th Avenue. This stop is 27th Street and 49th Avenue. Next stop, 27th Street and Borden Avenue. This stop is 27th Street and Borden Avenue. Next stop, Borden Avenue and Greenpoint Avenue. Transfer available to B24. This stop is Borden Avenue and Greenpoint Avenue. Next stop, 43rd Street and 54th Avenue. This stop is 43rd Street and 54th Avenue. Next stop, Queens Midtown Expressway and 48th Street. This stop is Queens Midtown Expressway and 48th Street. Next stop, 55th Avenue and 48th Street. This stop is 55th Avenue and 48th Street. Next stop, 55th Avenue and 50th Street. This stop is 55th Avenue and 50th Street. Next stop, 55th Avenue and 58th Street. This stop is 55th Avenue and 58th Street. Next stop, 58th Street and Borden Avenue. This stop is 58th Street and Borden Avenue. Next stop, Maurice Avenue and Queens Midtown Expressway. This stop is Maurice Avenue and Queens Midtown Expressway. Next stop, 53rd Drive and 63rd Street. This stop is 53rd Drive and 63rd Street. Next stop, 65th Place and 53rd Drive. Transfer available to Q18. This stop is 65th Place and 53rd Drive. Next stop, Hamilton Place and J Avenue. This stop is Hamilton Place and J Avenue. Next stop, Queens Midtown Expressway and Hamilton Place. This stop is Queens Midtown Expressway and Hamilton Place. Next stop, Queens Midtown Expressway and Grand Avenue. Transfers available to Q58 and Q59. This stop is Queens Midtown Expressway and Grand Avenue. Next stop, 69th Street and 58th Avenue. This stop is 69th Street and 58th Avenue. Next stop, 69th Street and Caldwell Avenue. This stop is 69th Street and Caldwell Avenue. Next stop, 69th Street and 59th Drive. This stop is 69th Street and 59th Drive. Next stop, 69th Street and 60th Road. This stop is 69th Street and 60th Road. Next stop, 60th Street and Elliott Avenue. Transfers available to Q38, QM24, QM25 and QM34. This stop is 60th Street and Elliott Avenue. Next stop, 69th Street and 61st Drive. This stop is 69th Street and 61st Drive. Next stop, 69th Street and 62nd Road. This stop is 69th Street and 62nd Road. Next stop, 69th Street and Juniper Valley Road. This stop is 69th Street and Juniper Valley Road. Next stop, 69th Street and Metropolitan Avenue. Transfer available to Q54. This stop is 69th Street and Metropolitan Avenue. Next stop, Metropolitan Avenue and Metrorail Station. Transfers available to the M train and Q54. This stop is Metropolitan Avenue and Metrorail Station. Next stop, Metropolitan Avenue and Mount Olivet Crescent. This stop is Metropolitan Avenue and Mount Olivet Crescent. Next stop, Metropolitan Avenue and 65th Street. This stop is Metropolitan Avenue and 65th Street. Next stop, Metropolitan Avenue and 62nd Street. Transfers available to Q58 and Q58 Limited. This stop is Metropolitan Avenue and 62nd Street. Next stop, Metropolitan Avenue and Fresh Pond Road. Transfers available to QM24, QM25, QM34, Q58 and Q58 Limited. This stop is Metropolitan Avenue and Fresh Pond Road. This is Q67 to Middle Village Fresh Pond Road. Please exit through the rear door.